Now, the Trump administration's budget cuts are hitting the University of Arizona and raising worries about the potential of more cuts to come.
KGUN 9's Craig Smith reports from the U of A on how budget cuts could reach beyond campus.
The University of Arizona is a place for students to learn, but it's also much more than that. It's a place for researchers to learn about the world and develop new breakthroughs that could benefit us all. But now the federal government is talking about cutting the funding for that research, cutting it drastically, and the effect could ripple out to us all. U of A is a leader in medical research, in optics, in space exploration, and many other sophisticated specialties. U of A's research does more than sustain the university. It helps make it the biggest employer in Pima County, with more than 16,000 jobs and enough money to ripple across the economy and create plenty of off-campus jobs. The university says it spent over $1 billion for research last year alone. Federal grants through the National Science Foundation come to more than $434 million. About $165 million comes from the National Institutes of Health. But the federal government plans to change NIH funding in a way that would cost U of A more than $40 million. Faculty Senate Chair Layla Hudson worries cuts will undermine medical research that keeps us healthy, weaken the university finances, and make the U.S. lose its leadership in the world competition for knowledge.
The president has a mandate for certain forms of reform, but don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There will be repercussions in localities like southern Arizona, all across the nation, if this is done in a cavalier and careless manner that disregards our economic interests.
The NIH funding cuts mainly hit laboratory expenses and the people who work in those labs. Madeline Stropka says she worked at a lab. She says it helps train the next generation of scientists.
And it's a good opportunity for students on campus here to explore the research as a career opportunity. And if those funding was to go away and those types of things, then it doesn't allow students the same opportunity to work in those research labs, to get the experience.
Layla Hudson says she hopes the courts will help protect funding and says universities need to develop new sources, but she doubts anything could make up all the difference if federal funding stops. At the University of Arizona, Craig Smith, KGUN 9.
And research is something the U of A does well. The University of Arizona is one of the world's top research universities. That's according to Times Higher Education.
Yeah, the U of A ranks 22nd among U.S. public colleges and universities in the Times Higher Education's World University Rankings for 2025. And just yesterday, two of the U of A's researchers, Jean-Luc Brudas and Peter Baruzzi, earned a place on Clarivate's 2024 highly cited researchers list, meaning they produced studies that ranked in the top 1% of citations for their field. The list is composed of over 6,000 researchers from world-class universities and research institutions.